Hello there, and you join us for the second hour of Crafts 2. This is the monthly edition with our lovely John. It's going to be the last one for this year. We're halfway through, and we've had some brilliant questions. We've had some sellouts, and we want you to
Which you weren't expecting.
No, I know, but we want you to keep asking the questions. Now, if you just joined us, I'll just go over everything we were just talking about, because we had a brilliant question in from Christine, and if you don't mind, John, I'm going to repeat it, because I think it's really quite fundamental to understanding what's the difference between your platform and your blocks and why you need them both.
Yeah.
So with the platform, because this is important to reiterate as well if you've just joined us, we've got a fantastic set here. We've got the stamping platform with the 2 magnets. We've got the extra magnets we've got the case. Now, once the case in this set has gone, we're not going to see this case until early, potentially mid next year, because you've got all the stock in these sets. We've decided to rename it the project case, because in there you can actually fit your actual stamping platform. There's ample room in here for all your other inserts. It could be the small guillotine, it could be cardstock, it could be stencils, and then obviously because of that depth and that zip, it's a carry case as well. It's your project case for on the go, not just a cover. Then, and John will go over this for anybody who's just joining us, you've got 50 of the grid lined inserts as well to protect your foam mat, and then you've got 10 of the acetate grids, and John talked us through that in the first half, but I'm sure we'll revisit that as well, because you can see how essential that is to your kits. So we're half the stock gone. We've got on 2 flexi buy payments of £21.48, 687496. Just before the break, Christine asked us, so John, why do I need my stamping platform? Why would I need the blocks? Do I need both? It was a question along those lines, wasn't it?
It was. I must be honest to Christine, I sort of answered it very quickly in the first show, but what I did is, to be perfectly honest, as soon as I got a stamp platform, I put every single one of my blocks away. Right. Because I don't need those anymore, do I?
You think not?
No, you think not. And I never got on very well with blocks. I always struggled.
Yeah.
You know, the ones I use now are the Crafts 2 ones with the handholds, so they're easier.
They're fab.
They're a lot. Yeah, I gave you one in the break.
You did.
Try
I love holding that. Yeah.
Because it's got the wobbly edge looks silly, but the wobbly edge is where your fingers go.
Exactly.
So I can actually grab them. But it's things like, so first of all, I've just used this stamp, and if you look at it, I'm going to change the colour, but that isn't clean.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That isn't clean enough. I wouldn't leave that. So
clean it on the cleaning mat.
I clean it with the block on the cleaning mat. So look there now.
Yeah. That's a point, actually, from a practical point of view.
How are you going to clean a stamp if you haven't got a block to put it on? Because you can't rub rub your stamp.
No. How do you hold it? You're rubbing your finger. Yeah. You're
Same
filing
with
your
your
nails.
finger stamps and things. So this is dried out. Now what I'm doing is, this is what I'm spraying it with, because I think we'd had another question from someone about what are we putting in the cleaning mat?
Yes.
Yeah.
So are you using something special?
I'm using
there, John?
water.
Just
I
water.
also use at times things like this. This is from Kay. This is the one I use. This is Easy Peasy Stamp Cleaner, which I know you have on the website.
Yeah.
This is for getting the flake and glitter glue off, for getting stays on and stays in place inks off.
And you said for that you had a separate cleaning mat.
For this, if you're using this and you want to use this in a cleaning mat, you need to use a separate one.
Yeah.
One for water, one for stamp cleaning liquid. Because what you don't want to be doing is taking a stamp like this that's actually got basically a water-based ink on it, not a solvent-based. I don't want to be rubbing that into acetone or stamp cleaning fluid, which is a solvent, then wiping it off and then putting it away, because that can actually then start to damage that stamp. So only if you use those a lot would you have a second one.
Have to go for a second one.
But for this one, I'm putting in for cleaning on nearly 90% of every ink I use is water into this. But if you want to use stamp cleaning liquid, for some of your other stamps, use a second one and mark them. Mine at home has alcohol written in big black marker pen all over the front.
So you don't confuse the two.
So I don't confuse the two.
Brilliant.
So that's the first reason. And the second reason, I'll show you I'm going to do a demo.
Yeah.
And I'll explain, if that's all right, Christine, in that, because I wanted to sort of, I wanted to make sure I'd shown you a few different things as well.
Yeah, and we've got the blocks on, they've got them in sort of small and medium, and then we've got the medium and the large, 367029, £10.39. So you can either go for, this is your medium, your large, so, and you do need the different sizes, John, don't you, for the different size stamps, don't you?
You do, yeah. You need those for your A6, your bigger stamps.
Yeah.
And then the smaller ones you need to use for things like your finger stamps, or as I was doing there,
for your lovely snowflake woker.
Little spray snowflake stamp and things like that. The long one is great for your sentiments and adding things in. So, I mean, I've always got them with me.
Yeah, and they've got the grid lines on, which I love for
getting things straight again, the same as the acetate has.
Brilliant price point as well, John. Look at that for those four, £10.39. I need to get some more blocks myself. 437607. Yeah, you need a few of those in your store, but John's going to explain more as we go along. Thank you, John.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is I want to, first of all, I'm going to stamp my penguin. So we'll stamp Bob, shall we?
If there's any of them left, I'm not sure we get limited.
I've just
limited,
I've used him, okay. I want him nicely in the middle and nice and straight, but I've used him and he might not be clean, so this is where I use my acetate. And just as a protection, but can you see I can make sure there, I've gone again with a piece of card that is 5.5 inches or 14 centimetres square.
Yeah.
Okay, so half of that is 7, so if I get the middle of his present going through that 7 centimetre line, and I get his feet straight on the base. Yeah, there we go. Bob's now straight.
He's definitely straight.
Yeah.
He's right there in the middle.
And this is where your stamp platform comes in. Because again, I can ink him, and if I've not inked him enough, which I haven't, I can re-ink him and put him back down. And the reason that what makes it so good in the Press to Impress, to be honest, is that it's got the foam in it. It's not just got the foam in it, it's got a foam base.
Oh, right.
So
yes, I hadn't realised.
even when you take the foam out to use rubber stamps, you've still got some extra foaming in there. And that is what gives you the perfect connection for your stamp. Yeah?
Yep.
And then what I should say on the penguins as well, they're not solid black here. They are designed to be a little bit sketchy. So
don't think that's a fault of the stamping.
Don't think it's a fault. That's exactly, they're designed to be a little bit sketchy. So there I've got Bob. Yeah. But I want to put a friend with him, and I want to put a halo around him.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take Bob out for the minute because I need to mask him off.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to use some of the transfer tape, which is what I always use, and I don't know where I've put it. Or you can use something like a Post-it note. But this is where I use one of those solvent-based inks.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to put Bob down, but that's got VersaFine, yeah?
Yeah.
Look, it will rub off, this is plastic.
Gotcha.
So this is where I take, stays in place, which is the Couture Creations version of sort of a stays on of a permanent on ink. But that will take a couple of seconds to dry, but that will be permanent on there. Okay, and now what I would do is, if I let that ink on there dry, then that's where I would have to use the stamp cleaning liquid. Yeah. Right. Now you see why you need every size of why I have every size of block, because not everything fits on it. But if I give that a very quick clean now, with the water pad before it's dry, look, Bob's clean.
He's good to go.
So Bob's clean and good to go.
Fantastic.
So I don't have to use the harsh chemical. Because I got it off relatively quickly.
Right.
And it also gives me time just to let Bob on here dry. So all I'm going to do is, and this is what I love about these stamps, these are so easy to cut out. And all you want to do when you're cutting, the reason I want to show you while I do that cutting is, can you see I'm cutting on or just inside the line?
Yeah.
You normally, when you're cutting something out, you're cutting on the outside of the line. But obviously, I want this to be a mask, so I don't want it to go over over the edge.
No.
I want it to be inside. So I'll finish cutting them out. If you just want to run,
Yes, I'll mention the penguins. I think we might have scared everybody. We still have, we're down to single figures, but we still do have a handful of the lovely penguin sets there. And you are getting 7 of those fantastic penguins. Absolutely gorgeous there. You've got the bearing presents, colouring the different scarves there. You've got the Merry Christmas and the little balloon. And then moving down, we've got that fantastic snowflake worker stamp. You've got Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas and Season's Greetings and another 2. And let me show you some more beautiful, beautiful samples here. They're absolutely fantastic. And this is one of Margaret's. Isn't that gorgeous? But of course, you can colour in all the different scarves, give them different characters as well. Give them a buddy, as John was just saying. Here we go. There you go. And oh, look, isn't that beautiful? This is Sheila's. Sheila, that's fantastic. On that, was it like a craft board or something? That's amazing, Sheila. Absolutely gorgeous.
I think she's done it on like an MDF piece or something. Yeah,
it's beautiful, isn't it? Lovely permanent piece of work there to come out every Christmas. Just gorgeous.
Your Scott made that background.
Did he really?
He did.
How did he do that?
He made it with ice and with diamonds on the show.
That's so good. I love it.
That's what you should keep hold of that one, take it home. That's what we made with it.
Did you? Gosh, I don't think he's aware of that. He's taking the kids swimming, so I will. I'll bless him. I'm
That's
amazed.
what I made with his background.
I am stunned. That is gorgeous, as are the penguins. But we have got a handful left, so please don't miss it. Oh, now, as well done, everybody. $15.99, technically sold out. If any bounce back, I will let you know. But thank you for being so quick to act there. And it was obviously Scott's background that did it. 607474. The press to impress. I'll have a quick reminder and then come straight back to you, John, if that's all right.
That's cool.
So remember the carry case, the protective case, the project case, whatever you want to call it, with the 2 double-sided insert pockets and the extra wide tabs there. So we've got that extra depth. It's no good just having it so slim that you can barely fit it in. So on one side goes your fantastic you press, and then in the other you've got all that extra storage there as well. Lovely depth. You've got the firm carry case handles as well, just zips into place, so you can put everything you need to get your stamping and your cardstock and your stencils, whatever else in there as well, ready to go. You've got the stamping press itself. We have this at home. It is fantastic, and as John explained, it's got the foam mat inside, which you can take out if you're using any of those deeper stamps, red rubber mounted stamps.
You take it out for that, and you've actually made quite an interesting point on that.
Yeah.
As I said, you've got that at home.
We have.
You bought it.
Yes, I did.
Because, and if you see anybody using the press to impress,
yeah.
Whether it be a demonstrator, a show or anything, they've bought it.
Yes.
Because we don't give them away.
No.
And I know that sounds stingy, but I know, I mean, you sometimes think, when someone says, oh, and I use that one, you think, oh,
they just handed it to you when the show finished.
No, trust me, we give nothing away. Because it's not fair.
No,
it's not fair to people who pay for things.
And it was, do you know what? I didn't mind paying for it, John, because it was worth every penny.
I know, and that's the thing. You've spent your money on it.
Yeah.
It always means more to me when someone's actually spent their own money on it.
Yeah, I went upstairs and we ordered it, and we got some stamps for her, and she loves it. Absolutely brilliant. And it's got that foam underside as well, so you've got that give on the actual product itself. So when you're stamping in, it gives you that fantastic clear image. And then you've got the inserts in terms of the 50 there to protect your foam mat, but also to get that perfect positioning, and then 10 of the acetate ones as well, which hopefully we might revisit if John gets time to understand, because I didn't understand it, I'd never seen it. £42.95, £10 saving there, 687496, 60% gone. So remember the headline about that case. Once that's gone, we have no more of those to put into a set like this. And this is the last Crafts 2 with John for the 2 hours, I should say, until next year. My daubers, 40 finger daubers, fit perfectly onto your finger. If they don't, as John explained, just hold it like a pencil. You've got one for every colour there, and sometimes they do wear out from usage, but they have got a really good, firm, dense sponge on there. And then you can use your finger stamps. You could use it as a storage case as well. But it's not those tab storage, it's the slidey storage case lock. So that wear and tear with the hinges, that does happen with plastic. You haven't got that worry. $19.99. I love the fact that it's the reusable element there as well. Or maybe that's it, you've got your 40 there, that's all you need. 826142. My favourite of the whole, it's like a revelation to me, this is. I didn't know such a thing existed, because we're rotten at cleaning our stamps at home. I know everybody's cursing me on TV going, Fiona, you work at a craft store and you don't clean your stamps. I know, I'm sorry. we're just rubbish. We just want to get to do the fun stuff. But you don't worry about it now because you don't need to. Well, how did you say we could wash it, John? We could just warm water in the sink with a bit of a well-known squirt of you-know-what.
Little bit of washing up liquid in there.
There we go.
Yeah, and then just rinse that out and it's done and clean. As I say, it will never look that clean and white again, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, it's still clean.
It cleans, not the fact that it is clean.
Exactly. And then you've got the top mat there to dry, and as John explained, this top cover comes away completely, so you can pop that in the sink as well, and then, you know, just leave it there to drip dry with the force of gravity. Apps, this has been a revelation for me this morning. Get several if you're going to use your solvent-based cleaner as well, so that you don't mix the two up, as John was explaining about taking care of your stamps. 999 422 161. Our heat embossing mat, for our heat gun mat, or our anti-splash, anti-paint mat, whatever you know, for all sorts of purposes, isn't it? Just protect our surface. Loads of techniques are done with embossing and the heat gun as well. So let's protect our lovely surface. You might have a beautiful table, you just don't want it spoiled. You droplets of sprays and this, that, and the other. And then you've got the two clipper tools as well, which really helps with dexterity and also not burning your fingers when you're using your heat gun or embossing. And then you've got your anti-static there, so you're embossing what you want to emboss and not left with specks over. £12.99 for that fantastic set. I think this is a great stocking filler. What crafter wouldn't love this or need this? You always need extra as well. 810056. The glitter card, that isn't glitter. It's foiled. I mean, it blows my mind, this. Blows my mind. 24 sheets. You've got 6 designs. You've got 4 of each. And if you look on the front there, you can see that colourway. The ombre is beautiful. It's an amazing pad. It's so smooth to the touch. But look at the quality of that glitterage. I mean, it's just as sparkly. It's just beautiful. Look at these colours. Oh, my word. They're stunning, aren't they? The ombre effect is amazing. I'm trying to get you the different colours because there's 6 different sets there. Trying to pick up 4 at a time. Just amazing. Beautiful, beautiful quality. Without the shed, without the glitter. But all of that glitter action and colour. Isn't that beautiful? £14.99 030633. Something else John brought with him today, and do check as well online. We've got the large and the small little paper trimmer. We've got the guillotine slicer as well that resharpens itself, that John always uses as well on the show. So just look by brand crafts too. I love these, the blending brushes. Now I've got some different sizes here. The one I've got is the cheeky little trio. Oh, we're getting all of them. We're getting all of them, John. I've only just realised. Oh. Why do we need our blending brushes? Well, are you going to explain this in a moment? Okay, I'm not going to dwell. I'm going to give everybody the info. We've got blending brushes. What's the difference between my blending brush and my dauber? I know because I've seen John use these as well as other crafters. They're just, the minky softness there. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. But John's going to explain the difference. 305272 2496. We'll come to that because I know you've got questions about that. Oh, this mat. Oh, we've got these back in stock, John.
We have, yes. Yay! My product of 2020, wasn't it?
I'm going to do the dance to cheer. Yay! Yeah. That's fantastic because they always sell out, folks. I see this with John all the time. These are brilliant. It's fantastic. You've got that indentation there on the large piece. You've got there for your mixing, your sprays, your oxides, whatever you're using. It's just fan-dabby-dozy. £19.99 for the Watercolor Media Mat. And I'm not just talking about using watercolours. 785543. I'll let John extol the virtues of that one. And why do we need our lovely inky brushes? Well, he's going to come to it. He's going to answer it all.
I'm going to answer all of those in the demo. So what I've done is I've stamped out Bob, and I've got the mask for Bob. So I'm going to put that over, and then we're going to do a little bit of blending. So you could make your mask literally in anything.
Yes.
You know, I've forgotten the word now for the sticky things that we put, sticky note type things.
Yeah.
You know, you can use those. You can use all sorts of things,
sheets,
but nice and thin. Your masking sheets, whatever. So now I want to put like a halo around, but obviously I want to put a background.
Yeah.
When we're working on stamping, we have to work from the front back.
Okay.
So if I wanted to put a little cheeky friend in behind him, I would stamp the cheeky friend in, and then I would mask that.
Gotcha.
But for speed, we're just going to put Bob in.
Yeah.
And I want the circle, and I'm looking through. I've got a stencil. I think we might have these on the website, but I have these on the last show that fit the press to impress as well.
Oh, nice.
we make our stencils to fit in here again so that it's easier for everybody.
Well, you said it was so that all the tools get used together and interact, and
it's like a creation station. I leave this out all the time, so I want other people to have the same ability.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the brushes. But,
yes, the blending brushes.
One of the things I discovered as well is my A4 mat
fits beautifully
fits perfectly because
the
Watercolor Media Mat was designed to be slightly bigger than A4. So if you want to bring it up and have it on your desk all the time but bring everything level, use an A4
I've got one of those.
self-healing cutting mat.
Okay.
That's why I was able to stamp without having to pull different bits in.
That's
so it's
a
new
nifty
bit I've
idea. I
discovered.
like that, yeah.
Dishwasher safe.
I forgot to mention that, yes, of course.
Dishwasher safe is my product of the year. Even Sam doesn't have to rinse it by hand, bless him. So it's dishwasher safe. It's actually based on, it comes from wiring mats, soldering mats.
Really?
That's where the idea came from. We never ever claim to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
I will always try and say where we got an idea from, or you know, at the end of the day, the brushes are from the beauty industry.
Oh yes, I can see that, because we often talk about, wouldn't it be nice to apply your makeup with that?
Yeah, they're actually, you know, they're exactly the same. We just had a different had a different plastic.
Yeah.
So that every time I do this, the producers go, "Oh, it's gonna. What
No,
are you
it's
doing?
got the
Stop
gear.
it!" Everyone thinks, you know, I'm terrified.
You're doing a Uri Geller on us.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it. We just had them made in our colour with craft artist on in silver, so you knew which ones were for crafting, and and basically slightly softer plastic.
Yeah.
That's all. Now, I'm terrible. I use a lot of them. But these are better. If I was to use a dauber now, as I was doing it earlier.
Yeah.
Remember, the dauber is directional.
Okay.
So I can direct.
Yeah.
So I can go over a small area.
Yeah.
So I can get intense colour. But what I want is, I want blend.
Okay.
I want it soft.
Over a greater surface. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is use the colour with the... I'm going to actually use the colour, and I don't want to go directly on with that, yeah? I don't want to go directly on with that colour because I don't want to get an intense.
Right.
So I use my Media Mat, and because it's silicone, can you see it's like a mixing palette?
Yes.
So suddenly there, instead of going off the ink pad, look, get that ink, soft ink, watch now how softer that is on there. Pick up from my palette.
Oh, I love them.
I'm blending down.
And you can't see the continuation line, if that makes sense.
You can't see the lines.
Yeah.
No, you've got, basically, this creates what we call, when I was at college, we called it was a wet edge.
Oh.
And you know when you paint a house?
Yeah.
And if you paint around and cut in first,
Yeah.
then you paint the main body, you can always see the wobbly line of where you cut in.
Yeah.
It's because you've let the edge of the paint dry.
And
So instead of the edge going over the top,
yeah,
instead of the edge merging together like that,
blending,
it doesn't, it sits over the top. So that layer there is thicker, so it'll always be a different colour.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm using the pigment ink and the petals, but that's why I'm working on what we call the wet edge. So you see a perfect blend because these just constantly work that edge.
They've got so tightly compact with the softest bristles.
Yeah.
Wendy's emailed us in, John. She said after sitting on the fence for so long, she finally caved. She bought these blending brushes, and what was the end of the email there? She said that they're absolutely fantastic. She says, I no longer waste my cardstock. She must have had some very unhappy moments then prior to that.
Bless her, sorry, Wendy.
Oh, that's brilliant,
I think a lot
Wendy.
of people did. I did with these at first. See, now I've got a darker colour.
Yes.
And put that on, but watch. So I've got a stripe, yeah? Because I'm laying that one out. There we go. So I can mix, run a bit of blue, mix on the Media Mat.
Lovely. Have you got...
And I can purple it. But you see there, I've blended that.
Yeah. We've almost got like a secondary glow over that, haven't we?
So what we said was I wanted to show... Is it Christine, wasn't it, who asked about why have blocks as well?
Yes, it was, Christine,
Take that out now there.
Beautiful, perfect.
That's my little sort of blended thing around it. But I want now to add some of the little stars on.
Yes.
Okay, so I wouldn't put that there, pick it up, ink it, put it down. It's, you know, these smaller stamps and things work so much better. There we go. Just on a little block.
Yeah.
So I can take ink.
And sometimes you want that secondary, third.
You want that first, second, third generation.
Yeah, that's right. Which again is, I mean, that's much quicker than, imagine you trying to reset that every single time on your stamping platform. It's going to be a bit of a labour, isn't it? So
it really is. I love the way you say labour, because I'd say a complete faff, but I'd actually say something else, but we're not at home at the moment. So
this is where your blocks come into their own, isn't it?
That's where the blocks come in. So now we've got those, I can then say, let's have a complete secondary colour. So let's have... And if you notice what I'm doing from the petal, the way they're laid out almost in primary and secondary, so I know that that's the contrasting colour. I think this one is rainbow.
Have we got any of your petals on the show,
I don't.
John?
This is tea time.
Tea time. Oh,
No,
they're always
they
gone.
might be on the website still.
I don't think we have. But have a little look on the website. There might be some shot by the Brandcrafts too. So we've got the clear stamping blocks there. You've got small, medium and large there. £17.78, 755 445. And we've also got the Crafts 2 Watercolor Media Mat. Seriously, that is just a go-to. Well, please don't miss out on that, because it's always on and it's gone. That's why I did my little dance of joy. Fabulous. £19.99, worth every single penny. 785 543. It's invaluable. Non-stick, waterproof, heat resistant, silicone. Sling it in your dishwasher. Between that and your cleaning stamp mats, you may be very happy today.
Yeah,
John.
I mean, it's just so good. I'm glad I made you happy. You
always make me happy, darling.
You make me smile. So I've gone there, but can you see? So I put all the little stars around and everything. Now he's on my media mat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could spray and spritz and nothing will go anywhere because of the lip. Everything will stay. Nothing, you know, you see how often I use it because of the marks that are on it. But it's also fantastic. And it's like having another tool on your desk, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to colour Bob. So we'll just peel Bob off. There you go, you see. So now Bob's in the front.
Yeah.
Before, you couldn't, you know, Bob was sitting behind that circle. Now Bob's in the front. So I'm going to take the same colour as I was using and just lace them down on my media mat. I don't need a palette.
No.
I don't need anything fancy. And I'm going to take my small water brush, just get it flowing, and then pick up the colour and go.
Ah.
So we're just going to colour Bob in. So I'm going to colour the ribbon in pink first, but it's nice to be able to have something that I can colour on, sprit water on, and know that I don't have to have a palette or lots of extra tools. It's literally all in one place.
And
so let's just colour in.
% of the silicone watercolor media mat, and it's not just for watercolours. You see, John was using his petals. You'd use your oxides. He could be spraying whatever there. At £19.99, 785 543. If you want the water brushes, we do have those on the show as well. And I know people tend to have a few, and it is a set of 6 as well. 686089, £14.99. You've got 3 with a flat head, 3 regular. Oh wow! I've not seen them with a flat head.
One small, medium, and large in standard fine. The other 3 are wash brushes. But I will show you how show you how I use that.
Oh, I'm liking that.
Because there's a slight difference between all water brushes are not equal.
Yeah.
Everyone has a preference. So, basically, there are 2 styles. The one is a sort of like a koi water brush, and that is basically free-flowing, so that when you do a stripe, water flows. You see how that? There we go. Let me start again. Picks them up. Yeah, watch.
Water just comes out by gravity. Yeah.
Yeah. This is not.
No.
So that would be complete constant. These are basically water brushes with a valve in. So you only get water when you squeeze.
Which gives you better control.
Which gives you a lot better control. Some people like it to be all wet.
Yeah.
But I've got control now. So if I want to make the little bit of that ribbon darker, I can lay down some of the colour again. And I won't actually, I can't think of the right word, I won't dilute it.
Yeah, you won't add the water.
I pick that up on my brush, look at the
straight in,
there.
yeah.
Okay. That's dark, and it's such easy plastic that literally I can squeeze it there in my grasp.
Really
there.
malleable, yeah.
It's so easy squeeze plastic, you don't even know you're doing it.
See, I would prefer that control than continuous flowing, because I might not want all that water saturation.
The continuous flow is more of an expert one, which is why I don't use one, to be honest. So people like them different ways, but there you can see with the same brush I can control it more, whereas normally it would pull it out. So it's the same colour, and then literally I'm just going to colour in.
You've got more control of that depth, haven't you?
I have. But look, look, that's almost run out. Pick up some more. Yeah. So
and if you've got
do that one.
If you've got any questions for John, email us into studio@thecraftstore.com or let us know on the Facebook. Now, Pam's emailed us in, and she says she thinks she's using her watercolour silicone cleaning mat. Oh, no, sorry, the cleaning mat. The stamp, she says, I think I'm using the stamp cleaning mat wrong, because she left... She left what, darling? Oh, we'll show the picture to you, John, because she says she left a foam layer in it, and she doesn't know if that... Well, I'm a bit confused, because there's obviously the mat itself. Yeah. But she says she left the... Is there a sandwich?
Well, no, can I borrow yours?
Yeah, yeah.
Because this one was opened fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this was opened literally fresh, just before we went live,
for the show. What I think you've done is, I think from the picture and what you've said, Pam, I think what you've done is you've been putting water in that side.
The lid.
And cleaning on that side and drying on that side. Doesn't matter, but it's designed more the other way around. It makes no odds as long as you know which side is dry.
Yeah.
But then when you come to clean it, this side comes out and can get washed. This side doesn't. It just clips off. And I think what you might have done is tried to pulled this side out. Yeah. Because this one side is glued into the lid. Yeah. One side is removable foam. And all you do is click it back on like that when you've washed it. So I think what you might have done, Pam, is used it perhaps the wrong way round, or you've tried to pull that foam out.
Right.
There's only one, which is why the newer ones have that little corner clip.
Yeah, so we can take it out.
So you can take it out. Mine doesn't. You just put your finger in and pop it out. So I think that's what you've done, Pam. I
hope that answers your question, Pam. Let us know if we've misunderstood or interpreted wrongly, but do let us know, because John's here to help.
Chances are I probably have.
Yeah, yeah. If you've got any other questions, please. John is only with us now for the next half an hour, and this is the last one. I mean, we're going to see John again, but this is the last one with the 2-hour monthly sessions till next year.
Is this my last show? No one told me. No, I'm joking.
I'm going to recap the glitter card just while you're colouring there, John, because we've had a question from Susan. Oh, my goodness, yes, we can. She says, can we die cut the glitter card? It's what it was designed for, Susan. It die cuts like a dream. Because she says she's had trouble die cutting when she's trying to... I don't know if she's talking about this specifically, but glitter card in general. Glitter card in general is quite difficult to die cut. This cuts like it's normal paper because it is. Yeah. I actually had a lady come yesterday and said to me, she'd said to me, she said, I can't believe it. I bought she bought one of the other shades of the glitter card, and she said, it just cuts like a dream. It's not supposed to. Yeah. So if you're watching, Helen, I was listening when you told me this, from Helen from Norfolk. And it does, it cuts like an absolute dream. I can't think of another way to do it. No. Because there's no glitter to go in there or interfere. A lot of glitter card, I would say, when it says it's low shed, or when it is just called glitter card, that can be quite difficult to cut because it's got grains of physical glitter in there which come in between. Yeah. If you are having trouble cutting a glitter card, the only glitter card I know of that we do that people might struggle with is the double-sided. Oh, right. It's got a coating on both sides. Gosh, yeah. All you do is die cut into your metal shim. Oh. And if you don't have a metal shim, we have the A5 and the A4 metal shim are all on end of call. Great, okay. So people can get those. So I know people are always asking me about where can they get those from. Right. So if you're struggling, and that's with other people's glitter card as well. Yeah, no. If you're struggling, cut into a metal shim, we'll finish it off. Great. But this will cut first time, no problem. I will try and show you. Okay, darling. If I get time. I know, there's been so many questions. Because I don't know where it's gone. I really thought that this would be like
I'd have loads of time, and I haven't.
I don't know where the time's gone. We've got so many questions. I'll just recap the Press to Impress bundle, because the big headline was the cases, once they're gone in this bundle, that we were not going to see these till early to mid next year, I'm afraid. John has said that. So if you're looking for it as a present, or if you're looking for it to have it in your collection, because you could always gift the other surplus if it was surplus to requirements. This I'm calling the project case, because you put in the Stamp to Impress. You've got the extra insert the other side, nice and wide there for your extra inserts, or paper trimmer or stencils, all zips up, and you've got the lovely sturdy carry case handle there. I don't know anyone else, apart from I've seen covers, but I've not seen anybody else that does the proper carry case. So as a tool, I think it's brilliant. You've got the stamping press, which you know I've got myself for my daughter. It comes with the 2 stamps. I can't say enough good things for this. You've got extra 4 magnets there as well, which John showed us how to cover, so for the ease of lifting. And then you've got the 50 paper inserts to protect both your fantastic foam mat, but also for precision measuring and placement. And for the same thing with your stamps, you've got 10 of the acetate ones as well. 2 flexi-buy payments are £21.48, £42.95, a £10 saving, 687,496. Let's go back to John. So how are we getting on with our lovely penguin?
So I've coloured him, added a little bit of blue,
Ah.
a little bit of shading. That's just with ink. That's what, I know it's crazy, that's what the Water Media Mat does. So if we can go out a little bit, I'm not trying to tell Uncle Marcus. There we go. Do you know, he's ahead of me every time.
He is.
You said you've not seen the flathead before.
No, I haven't,
useful.
John, in the water brushes.
Wash brushes, which we have,
Yeah.
are usually flat-headed brushes. But I've never seen them before as a water brush. And in the set, you get small, medium. This is the large.
Yeah.
But basically, I can squeeze the water out, really easy. But I can pick up what I've got on my mat. And this is where I would actually use it to put in the land. There we go, pick up the extra colour,
Yeah,
and put the base in. There we go. So, but I think somebody had asked, I can't remember who it was, somebody had asked, or I heard it in my ear, what's the difference between the brush and the daubers?
right,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
yes.
the brushes have given me that smooth blend there.
Yes.
But what I want now is, can you see on that, it's a little bit, I've got the pink at the bottom, and they go off into infinity, but it's just a bit insipid, it finishes. So what I want is, I want that greeny colour, yeah, around the edge.
Right.
If I use the brush, let me grab a piece of card, and I can show you. Grab a piece of random card, I'm just going to trim it. Sorry. I should have lots of card already cut, but I don't when I've got everything on the show. So I'll just cut this to the same size, so we've got a little bit the same.
Lovely. We've got the guillotine on the show as well, and we were talking about the virtues of the fact that it self-sharpens as you go, which is why you get that lovely splice sound. 1999 701910. We've also got the paper trimmer as well, large and small. Small, perfect for you cutting your foil or the smaller projects as well, handbag sizes as well. I just love it. £21.98. Look at it, so dinky do, isn't it? Does just as good a job. And what was brilliant as well, John said, for the replacement blades, which we've got on the show, and end of call, it's the same blade for both paper trimmers. So perfect for your foil cutting if you've got the, what's the machine called again, John?
Have you got the Kaleido?
Kaleido, thank you, darling. £21.98, 073224. Back to John. Thank you,
Right,
John. You're
so
going to show us
all
the blending.
I am, yeah. So all I've done is just dried off my mat with a piece of, I've actually used a piece of cloth.
Yeah.
I usually use the edge of my shirt, but I couldn't quite lift it on. And I don't have a cuff on this one. So I've just dried my mat because this is blending. So again, blend the ink, but watch. Okay. Can you see, I've obviously got a different colour on this, how far round that's coming? See, I'm getting that really nice, soft, sort of smoky edge.
Yeah.
But it becomes part of the design.
So it's
Because
intruded too far into it.
Yeah, it's
for
coming
you.
too far. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And really nice as winter, but I don't think that's right for that.
Right. Okay.
So this is where I would use a dauber, because with a dauber it's more controllable. So I'd take the
direction.
dauber and take the same ink, okay? But even if I do it flat, can you see there?
Oh, yeah. It really is minimal, isn't it? It's just the very edges.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I see.
So that's the blend we get with a brush, because it's soft. But if I want to line something,
Yeah.
then that's what I'm getting with the doorbell. And I'm not being careful. I'm bringing it in just literally, you know, I'm bringing it in far. I'm not just trying to touch the edge.
Yeah.
But I'm getting such a tighter, you almost get a different colour and I get a tighter finish.
Yeah.
If I want it even darker or more pronounced, I hold it in the air and I go down. Do you remember, I don't know if you've ever seen this, people do this, they'll take their ink pad.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll run it along the edge of your card.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Right.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Once you've done it for a few times, you'll score a line in your ink pad and you'll wreck it.
Eek, not so good.
I did it loads with a little memento one in brown, and actually found when I went back to it after, you know, I've been doing it 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Went back and there's literally an indent in it and no ink in that area.
Oh.
It's all, you know, and I'm sorry, these are a lot cheaper than an ink pad.
Yeah.
So if you want to ruin something, ruin one of these. Don't ruin your ink pad,
because you get
they're
40
so
in a pack,
expensive.
so,
yeah, certainly if you're paying, you know, like price for like a distress oxide, if you're paying that price for them.
You want longevity.
Yeah, don't go running them along the edge of a piece of card.
No.
But even here where it's damp on the edge, it's still just doing little soft bit. So that's your difference between
your blenders and your daubers.
your blending brush and your dauber, and the difference between a pointed brush, which is what I used to colour him in, to colour Bob in, and the wash brush, which I used there to cover that. Yeah?
Fantastic. I'm just going to quickest recap, just to let
Brilliant.
you just to sort out the next demo there, John. Time is whizzing. Great questions, by the way. Thank you to everybody. I'm just going to, here it is, my lovely watercolour, well, as we know, it's not just the watercolour, but your mixed media mat there. It is fantastic. So don't forget, non-stick, stick it in the, it's going to protect your surface, stick it in the washing machine or your sink, waterproof, heat resistant, 100% silicone, dishwasher, sorry, did I say washing machine? I'm so sorry, don't put it in with your smalls, your dishwasher. Easy clean, oversized the indented tray, but I love the fact that John put the mat in there as well, because I've got one of those at home, so that just fitted in there if you want that surface to be flush, you know, if you're stamping or anything like that. Heat resistant, allowing for heat embossing and hot glue uses, just clean with the warm soapy water, non-slip base, you know, so it stays where it's supposed to be, you know, when you're using it. And don't forget, like John's, you know, certain pigments and colours will stain your mat, but not come off the mat and stain your project. John's is well loved.
Exactly. Mine is well loved, and if literally what happens is, if when this goes in the dishwasher, this little purple and this pink stay.
Yeah.
Because I've really worked them in. I mean, look, there is no colour in there. However, if I want to take them out, antibacterial cleaner and a magic rubber. You know the ones you get from the 99p plus a penny shop?
Yes.
The white ones that you in a big block?
Yes.
Those ones, magic eraser or something.
Yeah.
Antibacterial, that will take that off.
Oh, okay.
But I don't worry about it at all. Look, there's
Yeah.
glue blob. There we go. Let's just pick it off. Look, it's silicone. Catherine even uses hers for when she's doing silicone pours.
Oh, okay.
When she's doing,
the resin pours, yes.
Yeah, Sam's made coasters in these.
Gosh, wow, that's brilliant.
Because it's silicone and heat resistant, then it will work just the same as like a Zuri mould. And
I've seen so many people ruin their foam mats, and I know you said that's going to come in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
In your stamping platforms with heat glue.
Yes.
Glue gun, sorry.
With glue guns.
So use your mat.
Use this for your glue gun. This is always down at home, and my glue gun pours into here.
Yeah.
I could pump glue into that, and it will not damage it because they were based on the technology that made soldering mats.
Fantastic. $19.99, and I did the Dance of Joy simply because they're always on and gone. It's been so long since I had the ability to sell this to you. 785-543. Again, a brilliant gift idea for somebody as well this year. We've had an email in from Jackie, and she's asked, how do you use... Now, Jackie, you might have missed this because we did intro this, so that's not a criticism, by the way. But, Jackie, I know everybody joins us, so it's a brilliant question because it was my first question. how do I use the acetates with my stamping platform? What is the purpose of that? And these paper ones, my darling. So John's going to take us through that again. We've got this set. It's a brilliant set. Now's the time to get it while we've got the case, because John has explained the case is going to be gone. We haven't got any more of those to create these sets for you until mid next year. So, and it is a brilliant project case. So please don't miss out on that. But I'm going to answer your question, Jackie. So let's go back to John.
Right, okay. So I'll cut this down to... I know I'm using a square again, and I've just cut it to a square. The great thing about the Preston Press, the difference to me is the fact that it fits A4 card.
Yes.
Okay, it fits A4 card straight from your shelf. There's no bars there.
No.
That's the big difference. But, you know, for this one, I have cut it down to size. So I've started to wreck that one. Can you see all the little
markers.
I don't think you see it there, but all the little blue and green and yeah, we go. See all the marks? Yeah. You would be a little bit, you'd like it last a little bit longer, but I've got 50 of them. So that will go then to be cut, die cut as a template now.
Yeah, okay, no waste.
And I'll take a clean one out. So that literally fits in there. That's your paper one. And what it does, that is now protecting that background if I overstamp or do anything else. It also allows me to find straight lines and middles and things like that.
Yeah.
But, so that's my paper. I'm going to pop that in and put it on, because I think the lady had asked about the acetate.
She did, yeah.
So I may
Jackie.
want to do, I'll tell you what I want to do, Jackie. I want to get my stamps. I want to put 3 little penguins in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there we go. Let's go for 3 little penguins. And I want them straight. So, and I can't do that.
No.
I can't genuinely. But what I can do with this is go, right, okay, I want 3 penguins straight, and I want them about, say, let's say 2 centimetres up. So I want one there. Okay. And then I'll want that line, so he'll be there. Okay. And Bob will be there. But no, there's space in between.
Yes.
So no, Bob needs to come in on that line. So I'm going to bring it in by ½ centimetre on there. Flat on there, ½ centimetre there. So I better bring Janice in by ½ centimetre there. So then I've got this space to fill now with Yanis. So there we go. There's Yanis. So Yanis, Janice and Bob.
Yes.
It sounds like a comedy show, doesn't it?
does, Yanis,
Should
Janice
make that
and
as a
Bob.
cartoon. Yanis, Janice and Bob. But that, basically, look, he's moved. Yeah, Janice has moved. What a surprise.
Oh, yeah, naughty
She's
Janice.
jumped up. But there we go. So they are now straight and even.
Perfectly aligned.
Perfectly aligned. So I'm going to pick them up. Okay. And what I'm going to do first is, I like that arrangement, but I might want to test it, because I might not want to mark
Your
expensive
lovely...
card if I'm using really expensive card.
Yeah.
Or I might think, well, do you know what? I like this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stamp those onto the paper insert.
Just a measure of...
Perfect.
Look at
Yeah,
that,
like
yeah.
that, all straight.
Yeah.
Now I could laminate that. So I could laminate that, and then next time I come to make it, pop the stamps on top.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
So I can go, right, okay, Bob. So I want to remake this one, so I just put Bob back on top of there and pick him up, and he's still in the same place.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. I love that idea.
So I'm happy now.
If you're mass producing a load of cards, or there's a specific design, you know, John said laminate that, and that's your go-to, your project
You might
go-to.
want to make 50 or 100 of these as your simple
Yes.
cards. You know, these are perfect for that. Well, you know, nobody can leave a stamp press for 1 or 2 weeks with stamps already laid in it. You can't, because we have to keep going back, but that's your registration. So there's Janice and Yanis and Bob, okay? And I might want Janice, Yanis and Bob to say Merry Christmas, but I want that straight.
And they're separate stamps.
So what I do is I put the acetate back down, because I don't want to mark it, and then I can get the sentiment. So we'll go with, shall we go with Happy Christmas?
Yes.
I think Yanis, Janice and Bob would say that. But again here, so I can go Merry Christmas on this line here with the acetate, yeah?
Yeah.
So now that's straight, and then go, right, okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 centimetres from that side.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, It's in the middle.
Perfectly in the middle.
Exactly in the middle. So we'll take Bob off, we'll take Yanis off, and we'll take Janice off. Close the lid. Take it off. Ink the sentiment. Stamp. Done.
Perfect. And have you got that other card you did earlier, John? Because we were talking about the 3 separate worded stuff.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
With 3 separate words.
So you got that.
Magical
line.
Christmas greetings,
Yeah.
all straight and in the right place.
Even spacing.
But there is Happy Christmas. So, you know, there's number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I could then take, I could even go for something like, I haven't got it. So I'll just cut another piece.
And have you given us extra acetates, John, in case we make a muck-up of it? Or...
It's for when you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
oh,
literally
okay.
for when you do.
There's 10 in there. I thought,
There's
wow.
10. You couldn't really, you come to a law of dynamics which says we couldn't really charge for one.
No, no, that's true.
But you can't include it because it has a cost.
Yeah.
But then, if you're like me, you mess them up.
Yeah.
We basically did that. So you've got 10.
Yeah.
So you can cut, but you can actually die cut them as well if you want to make them into stencils.
Ooh.
So there we go. So there's Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
But as I said before, I want to make, so I've made that one, so I've made one for Fiona, but now I have to make one for Scott that's exactly the same.
Yanis, Janice and Bob.
So so Janice goes back on. So Yanis goes back on.
And our mysterious...
And Bob goes back on.
third member of the team, Bob.
Bob's the name of our dog. We haven't got a dog. But we've decided that when we have a dog, it's going to be called Bob. It's named after Mr. Baker's Bob.
Ah.
We just thought the name was so cute
that
we decided that we will, when we do eventually get a dog, he will be called Bob.
Are you going to get a dog?
We will do one day, I'm sure. We want a holiday first.
Yeah. Do that first before we get the dog, yeah.
Yeah, but there we go. So there's Janice, there's Yanis, there's Bob. Second one. But I removed every stamp because of that template.
Now
so hopefully that's just one explanation.
Yeah,
of what you can do with
brilliant,
it.
Jackie. Brilliant question, Jackie. So thank you to John. Hope that answered it, Jackie. I should say 2/3 of the stock has gone for the Press to Impress collection. And as John was explaining, you've got 10 of those acetates, 50 of the sheets. Now, we've got extra of those if you want those as an end call as well. And they're not just the positioning purpose and drawing, so you get, you know, or as John was just using in terms of positioning and exactly where is the middle. They're protecting your foam mat as well. And then you can actually create that as a template if you know, want to do multi-cards. You've got your stamping press there, which I'm a massive advocate of because I've actually bought this for my daughter and she uses it endlessly. You've got the 2 magnets there, but they've given us extra magnets because you can see John's using a few. He's put the tape on it there for easy lift and separation of the magnets. That's a must. And then you've got the case, which is once that's gone, that's gone. So we won't be able to bring you these bundles. And John does not expect, because the order's not even gone in for any more because we're talking mid to early next year.
You're not supposed to tell anybody.
Well, it's not. Well, you said if it was gone in, it would be like early mid next year.
Yeah, and it hasn't.
So we can't.
No, we haven't even placed the order for
there
the
we go.
replacements
So it can't.
yet. No.
So it can't arrive, and will there be more? You know what?
No, no, it's not as even if it's on a boat on the water. But I wasn't actually going to say.
Don't tell me
no,
anything
we
I'm not
haven't-
supposed to
I
say,
won't.
John.
No, but we weren't going to say that we haven't actually ordered them yet. They are. It's this week, I promise. But
Yeah, but the point is, we're not going to have them before Christmas, are
no,
we?
you've got no.
No, not a hope.
We're not even getting things that were due in next week before Christmas now.
70% has gone. John, we've got about 5 minutes, gorgeous.
Right, okay, so I was going to show you, I know that this stamp has sold out, but it is, to me, this is the big difference.
Oh,
this
we did, yeah. You were going to show us about the big stamps, weren't you?
Yeah, this is the big thing. Look how mucky this stamp is.
I can't even see what it was,
Right, this
but
is
I know
what
what
it
it
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay, let me bring a piece of white card in, right? That is what that stamp was.
The one that
Yeah,
sold earlier,
okay.
this lovely stag.
This is what it looks like when I've had my hands on it for over a year.
And have you put it through your cleanie
No,
thing?
because I've not changed colour on it.
No, right.
Okay, so I've not had to. So I can check it. Look, no colour coming off.
No, it's just...
It's all primed.
Yeah.
But what you can do is, when you're doing a big stamp, this is where a platform comes in handy. Years ago, with a stamp like that, you would have to have a block that is bigger than it. If you can see my hand,
It's a big block. that
okay,
would be,
I cannot hold a block that is big enough to hold that stamp, because that stamp is the size of my hand.
Yeah.
So I literally can't get my hands on a block that big.
Yeah.
So what you used to have to do was put that down on a glass mat, ink it, put your card on top, hold it still and rub it.
And pray you didn't get smudginess.
And pray you didn't move it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't be creative with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and be creative with it. So I'm going to put some blue on. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm then going to go with some green.
Now 3/4 of the stock has gone.
Actually,
Please
that's
don't
my
miss
green,
out.
isn't it?
It is coming to the end of the 2 hours with our lovely John Wally's getting creative there. £42.95 for the whole kit caboodle there, 687496. 2 flexi-buy payments of £21.48. If it is a gift idea, now's the time to get it. I cannot impress that upon you enough, just to be on the safe side.
So let's go. I thought, no, I was going to go, let's go surfing now then, for some reason came in my head.
Well, a bit cold, but unless we're going somewhere hot, darling.
Can you see how that is now building up? You couldn't do that with a block.
Because you couldn't get the precision of the overstamping. No,
you couldn't. You couldn't get it to work anywhere near as well as you would want it to. So there we go, push that in. But there.
There we go, look at the colours.
All clear.
Beautiful.
I'll hold it up so you can see. But I couldn't do that with a block. You couldn't do it with the glass on your hand.
No.
You couldn't do that with anything other than a stamp press, and one that's designed to deal with clear stamps, and that's the difference with the Press to Impress.
Yeah.
It was designed to do rubber stamps, but it was designed to do clear stamps perfectly. But the other thing I can do as well, which I love, is let's take this. I'm going to put this back in. Yeah. Same place. I've not moved my stamp. I'm now going to take VersaFine in black.
Ooh, I like this technique.
Okay. I'm going to go over that. But can you look? You saw how dirty that stamp was. Now I would be cleaning it because I've got lots of different colours in there. Yeah. So let's just take a piece of paper, take off the first generation, press down the second. That will be crisp. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it look as if I've coloured it?
Oh, John. I don't know where the 2 hours, they've flown by, darling. You're brilliant. You're absolutely fabulous. 80% of the Press to Impress collection has gone. Please don't miss out, as we explained right at the very start. You know, it's because of the case, and well, we've spilt the beans on all of that. So you're looking mid to nenext year, early to mid next year, before we'll get that in. John, thank you so much. Do you know when you're back with us again, my darling?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, of course you are. Yeah, Tuesday. Fantastic. We look forward to it.
10 a.m.
Thank you so much, my darling. Look forward to that. 10 a.m. on Tuesday, make a date. We will have a catch-up to see what's coming up next, but please check out your baskets and have a little look and shop by brand as well if there's anything you missed in the show. Thank you.